Along came Bill.
Who was Bill Petzel? He was more than an avid poker player, cigar aficionado, crivets connoisseur, cha-cha dancer extraordinaire, Cadillac man, and Louis L'Amour enthusiast. He was Willie, my Bill, Campy, Dad, Pops, Gramps, Grunk, Buck-in-a-Truck Petzel, and even Shotgun, a name he earned after calling his great-grandson a pistol. William Carl Petzel came into the world on March 23, 1922, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, one of 9 children born to Herman and Emma Petzel, who had emigrated years earlier from Germany. Bill was raised on a farm and learned the value of hard work from an early age. He attended a country elementary school and later, after his family moved to Chicago, graduated from Tilden High School. During his adolescence, he worked as a mechanic. His life suddenly changed when he met Mariana Baranek in 1939 at a dance held at the Pershing in Chicago. 2 years later, in August 1941, they were married and settled into a home in Chicago. By the end of the year, America had entered the Second World War, and Bill chose to serve his country proudly by enlisting in the Navy. He was assigned as a machinist mate first class on the Orizaba, a troop transport that saw its share of action, including the invasion of Sicily and maneuvers against the Japanese during the war in the Pacific. Back at home, Bill and Mariana's first child, William, was born in 1943. Following World War II, Bill declined an offer to remain in the Navy and become an ensign. His heart had called him back home to his growing family, which now included 2 more children, Joseph, born in 1947, and Kathleen, born in 1949. In the late 1940s, Bill chose a new and lasting career path as a union pipe fitter and went to work for the Elmer C. Lind Company. As the years passed, the Petzel clan blossomed with the arrival of 4 more children, Thomas in 1954, Mary Sue in 1957, Deborah in 1959, and Sharon in 1961. Bill's family changed addresses several times between the 1940s and 1990s. They first owned a home at 64th and Laughlin, followed by a house that Bill helped build himself at 53rd and Kimball in Oak Lawn. Later, they moved back to Chicago into a home at 95th and Troop Street, but returned to Oak Lawn to settle into a ranch at 54th and 98th. Bill's first grandchild was born in 1968, the first of 19 total grandchildren. Bill retired from the Pipe Fitters Union in 1984, and it wasn't long before he and Mariana embarked on a series of travels across the country, including an excursion in an RV. In 1991, Bill and his beloved bride celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary and returned to their Chicago roots by purchasing a home near St. Nicholas of Tullantine Parish. Oak Lawn drew them back, however, in the late 1990s, when Bill and Mariana nestled down for good in a property next to their daughter's home on 52nd Street. Bill's first great-grandchild came along in 1997, and 3 more followed. Bill passed away on April 24, 2012, leaving behind a rich legacy of strong values, cherished family traditions, and loving memories. Bill was a man who bucked the odds, overcame adversities, and succeeded in marriage, fatherhood, and his career by relying on a persevering spirit, tireless work ethic, and compassionate heart. Consider his accomplishments. He weathered a hardscrabble life of meager means growing up on a country farm during the Great Depression. Bill volunteered to serve his country after the bombing of Pearl Harbor and managed to avoid death and injury during World War II. In his spare time, he engaged in entrepreneurial business ventures, such as building a camping park in the Wisconsin Dells and helping to develop a golf aid called the Drive-In Putt. Bill worked as a pipe fitter for 35 years and remained a loyal union member for 62 years. As his career progressed, he was regarded as such an esteemed expert in his craft that he was assigned to work on highly specialized control panels at nuclear power plants. So far, Bill's been responsible for helping to bring 28 lives into this world, including 7 children and nearly 24 grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Consider that research indicates that more than 4 out of 10 marriages end up in divorce, but Bill remained happily married for over 70 years. Even in their later years, Bill and his wife were able to live together independently in their own house in relatively good health and comfort. At a time when the average American male life expectancy is 76, Bill lived to a ripe old age of 90. He was able to spend his last days in the warm, nurturing environment of his own home, surrounded and cared for by his loved ones. There are two things to aim at in life, Logan Pearsall Smith once said. First, to get what you want, and after that, to enjoy it. Only the wisest of mankind achieve the second.
I've got a little story to tell.
Okay.
Well, last night we had a little card game, and
We just watch what you say.
Tom was playing. Tom was keeping score, by the way, and he had it all written down. And he said
Was good?
he had him classified as the champ,
What?
and I was
I
classified
don't know
as
which
the
program
welfare
you're looking for.
recipient, and Eric was classified as the rookie, and Joe was classified as the California
I know, if it was broke, if it wasn't broke,
hot
it'd
shot.
probably make us go down.
Well, we proved Joe wasn't such a hot shot in the game last night.
This little piggy here went to market. And this little piggy here stayed home. And this little piggy here
We had it for a little while.
wants a piece of bread and butter. Yeah. And this little piggy wants none. And this little piggy went all the way home.
My name is Jan Janssen, and I'm from Wisconsin, and I work in the lumber mill there. And all the girls that I meet when I walk down the street say, "Hey there, what's your name over there?" So I say, "My name is Jan Janssen, and I'm from Wisconsin, and I work in the lumber mill there." And then the girls that I meet when I walk down the street say, "Hey there, what's your name over there?"
You taking care of this man here or what?
Have I?
Sometimes.
Well, I think you gotta give him a break. How about a little cigar in the house every once in a while? It gets cold outside, you know?
That's like swear.
Okay, let's have a little song here. What are you gonna do for us?
We're gonna sing a song together. It's a holy song.
Okay, fire away.
Only a babe so lowly,
Dream on.
dream on, lying in slumber lowly,
Dream on.
dream on, angels guard thy humble bed, God still watches overhead. Dream on, peaceful be thy rest.
Yeah!
Wow, Bill, this looks like a pretty nice present. What are you going to do to earn it?
I got little magic tricks.
I love magic tricks.
Alright.
Hocus. Hocus.
Not California.
Hocus.
How do you do that?
Whoa,
Oh, here, old timer. Good, good.
Skinny as a feather. So, how's your year been, Santa?
Oh, it's been very good.
Yeah?
I've been enjoying good health, and my wife's been treating me real well. And all my grandkids are treating me good.
How about
It's a
your kids?
pleasure being with them. And all my children are doing the same.
Santa knows.
Do I detect a bit of Irish in your dialogue?
Santa is from all cultures.
I just noticed a little bit of more Irish in it this time.
¿Cómo está? Oh,
Irish than president.
So, enough of the bull. What are you going to do for Santa this year?
Let's see. How about if I tell an Irish joke?
I thought I said enough of the bull. Sure.
It was Pat and Mike. And Pat was fishing down in the sewer. Mike says, "What are you doing, Pat?" And Pat says, "I'm fishing for my coat." He says, "You know it'll be ruined when you get it up." He says, "Yeah, I know, but I left my lunch in the pocket."
You know, I don't know what it's like around here, but in the North Pole, that would be considered a racial slur. Merry Christmas.
Thank you,
young man. Many more.
1942, when I went into the Navy. I was a young man then. And it was right at Christmas time, and Bing Crosby was singing, "I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas." And then another song he sang was, "I'll Be Home for Christmas." They both brought tears to my eyes. Anyway, when I was a kid, we used to go out in the woods on our farm and cut down our tree and bring it home and set it up. We had no electricity. We had to put candles on the tree and light them with a match. And you know that's very dangerous, but we did it.
You sat there and watched.
And we sat there and watched it. And if we had to go to the bathroom, we had an outhouse. When I see all of the people here and the presents, everything, it's just overwhelming.
It is.
Compared to what we used to have at Christmas time.
Really? So how have you been this year?
Real good.
Good? Yeah, you've been a good guy to your wife or what?
I bought her an organ for Christmas.
You did? Wow. What kind of an organ?
A Wurlitzer.
A Wurlitzer. So you're going to teach her how to play? You know, you're going to sweep her off her feet with some music or what?
I'm getting swept up.
All right. What type of music are you going to play?
She can play Listen to the Mockingbird. Oh, listen to the Mockingbird.
Oh, the mockingbird is singing all the way.
Well, that's not going to cut it. You're still going to have to do something. You know? All right, Sandy, you got something for Santa this year or what?
Well, I'll tell you. You know, I was in the Navy during the World War II. That's the big war. And to see the world. And what was I seeing? I saw the sea. I saw the sea. I saw the sea.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Grandma. Happy birthday to you. Many more birthdays to you. Many more birthdays to you. Many more birthdays, dear Grandma. Many more birthdays to you. May the dear Lord bless you. May the dear Lord bless you. May the dear Lord bless and keep you. May the dear Lord bless you. May you live till you die. May you live till you die. May